Ladies and gentlemen, federal employees, if you are age 60, have at least 20 years of service or right around that zone, you are caught in between two very powerful forces pushing you to either keep working a little bit longer to get some extra benefit or to cut your losses and go ahead and retire. Now, today we're going to talk about the pros and cons, I think you should consider if you're in this zone. Should you keep working a little bit longer? Is it worth it? Or is it worth going ahead and leaving the government and retiring? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dallin Haas. I'm a financial planner who serves feds every single day, and I love it. So let's talk about these folks. You're 60 years old. You've got at least 20 years of service. Now, if you are in that zone, you are fully eligible for retirement. You can retire and get a full pension right away, as long as these 20 years are eligible for retirement, of course. You're fully eligible, which is fantastic. So you technically can retire right at this point, and generally you can keep your health insurance, get a pension, all of those things, which we love that. However, if someone makes it to age 62 with at least 20 years, then they are eligible for a 10% bonus to their pension. The way your pension is calculated, you automatically get 10% for every additional year. Or let me back that up. Your pension is calculated 10% higher. It's a 10% bonus to your pension in how it's calculated for the rest of your life, which is really, really fantastic. So whenever people get close to 62, they often get tempted because why not? They're close to 62 and they get 10% more for every single year they work their entire career. They get 10% more out of that. So that is tempting. And if you are retiring, let's say you do retire at 60 and 20 years, you get the FERS supplement. Now, if you aren't familiar with the FERS supplement, it's basically additional dollars on top of your pension that you'll get between retirement and 62. So if you're already 60, you probably won't get it for long, but maybe a little bit. So for example, let's say this is your retirement. This is 60 years old. This is 62, and this is, let's say, is 60 or 70 years old over here. So you would get your pension the rest of your life, okay? You would also get the FERS supplement for the next couple of years if you did retire at 60. And then your Social Security would kick in whenever you turn it on. So if you turn it on, let's say at 65, it may look like something like this, right? And so whenever you retire before 62, you have to know you can't start Social Security yet, but as long as you're eligible, you can get the FERS supplement, which normally is just additional dollars you'll get until 62. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that if you retire before 62, you'll get the FERS supplement for some years, which is nice. And another big thing to note, if you retire at 60 with 20 years, you're already eligible to touch TSP immediately. Once you are over basically 59 and a half, you can access TSP without penalty in retirement. Now, you'll still have taxes. Everyone has taxes all the time. No escaping that from your traditional TSP. But you can access it right away. So that is why this is an interesting decision. If you are age 60 with 20 years, is you're so close to that 10% bonus, but you do have a lot of perks to retire right away. You can access TSP, you get the supplement, you generally can keep your health insurance, all of these things, but is it worth working just a little bit longer for this? And honestly, the real answer is, it just depends. I've seen some people that say, look, I am emotionally done. I am so burnt out. I am so done. And maybe it's impacting their health. It's not worth making it till 62. Or like in 2025, some people are getting riffed or fired, whatever it may be. Maybe they're not making it until that time, and so they're forced to retire earlier than they otherwise would have. So you got to think about all the different ramifications of things, but those are some of the things to consider when deciding when you retire, when you are about 60 with 20 years. So I hope that's helpful. I'll see you in the next video.